Hello, let's talk about Nissan GTR wheels. I'm still on a quest to collect as many black edition wheels as possible, and that brings me to these two wheels over here. These are the black blue type of black edition wheels. You know, they've got the one with the silver lip. This one is the one that's darker, but it's actually black blue when you get up close to it. So these are in pretty good condition. However, they have been curbed something fierce. Look at this over here. You can see that this one has had the chunk of the lip chewed off. I mean, it's there. Could be repaired if you'd like to. This one here, same deal. Just some serious curb damage over there that got the lip. But otherwise, I think structurally, the roundness of the wheel has not been affected, and I believe they should balance out just fine. Now, here's where tough decisions have to be made. These are not perfect wheels. Obviously, at this point, no one would be paying full price for them as they are. Unfortunately, it costs money to refinish them. I really have no idea. I know there are service providers that come back, grind that off, and maybe build this up and give you another lip if you wanted to. If you wanted, you could smoothen that out and just make it disappear. One challenge, though, that I run into, I know, is that it's quite tough to color match these wheels perfectly. Usually people end up making them black, at least at that point. Or, thankfully, these have not been bent, so I guess you don't need too much. Nah, you do need heat if you're going to put a bead over there. So, discoloration, people end up correcting them with black paint. Sometimes people try purple, bluish. It just doesn't look right. To make it look good, perfect, you have to go ahead and refinish them fully, powder coat them, and you end up with that. And as much as I like bronze chrome and whatnot, I try to preserve the factory colors as much as I can. So this is a pretty unique color, and as I said, refinishing them, powder coating them, ends up getting rid of that. Not only that, there's that added cost, right? The more you do to them, the more money I'm spending, whereby when I get to sell them, I'd like to recoup that or lose money. But that means that on the buyer, you end up paying a lot more money than you would if you just bought them like this. Now, so who could benefit from these wheels? I'm thinking that these wheels could make a good spare set. If someone wanted a full-size spare for their GTR, for example, or maybe some other vehicle like that, I suppose this could be a spare set for me. I have all front, so I could take this front wheel and use that as my spare setup. Someone else who might have all rears could use that as their spare setup. That could work. So I've got a front and a rear over here. They came from a 2016 GTR. So as I said, factory setup. I don't think they were used that much. The front wheel both of them have Michelin Pilot Sport tires. So pretty good considering the age, right? Considering the year on the vintage. The front tire over here is a 255/40/20, and the rear is a 285/35/20. But like I mentioned, I think they came from a 2016, maybe the OEM factory issued tires. As you can see, the date code is in 2016, and same thing over here. So just something to keep in mind, and that's what I'm saying that would make a good spare. Maybe not something that you use every single day. Still got the nubbies. The front tires don't look as new as the rear ones. The tread wear on the rear is minimal for Pilot Sports. You can see the nubbies on the side, but otherwise in good condition. No, I can't see any signs of repair or anything like that. They still have the TPMS sensors as well. So that's what I'm saying. Depending on your situation, and maybe your wheels are curbed way worse than these. So I'm going to list these wheels and tires as they are, instead of spending the money to take the tires off, get rid of them, refinish the wheels, and it just ends up being expensive. And to someone else, this might be a perfect wheel to use exactly as it is. If that's the case, yay, good for you. I'm going to list them at a slightly, I'll try to make a decent deal so that when you get something like that, it makes sense for your setup. So I hope the whole point of this video is to say that I've got wheels for sale. They're not perfect, but they might be very, very good depending on what your situation is.